Greetings, it's LD. Today is January 28th, 2021. I haven't posted anything since actually 1 week ago, and I thought I would. It was the day after I had the chem port installed in my chest so that infusions could be done. And I talked about that a little bit just to say what it felt like. And I felt energized and energetic. It was scary, yes, because I could feel everything that was going on. It was just local anesthesia. I was not put under. And I was energized, and I said, yeah, I'm going to do some affirmations. I just felt gung-ho to do so Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Well, I didn't. I did do them. I just didn't do them on the channel. And I actually find that to be something that I actually enjoy, doing the affirmations. I wish more people would share their opinions about how they feel they come across. I might in the future just include them on a playlist and separate it from other things, but for right now, I do enjoy doing them. I'm posting this today just to share what I've experienced thus far. And I actually found that I needed the rest to not pressure myself to do a video every day because I didn't know what I was going to be feeling, although I thought I would also post every day what I felt regardless of what was going on. And if this video sounds a little out of the blue for some that may see it, I had a yearly breast exam back in late September, October 2020. I was asked to come back. There was some matter in my right breast that they weren't sure if it was something that was benign or malignant. So I had to have a biopsy done, long story short. Wasn't good looking. However, it was small. It was the size of a pea pretty much, and it was caught in time. I had a mammogram done the year before, 2019, 2020. It's a very small growth, but a growth that needed to be removed, and it was identified as cancer. And quickly, well, the surgeon would say this was quickly done. So November 25th, the day before Thanksgiving, on a Wednesday, every procedure I've had in terms of surgery was an outpatient one. So I went in the morning and I left when I could get up or was awakened after the anesthesia worn off. So there was nothing that kept me in the hospital. And I think the only reason they would do that is if maybe you felt ill afterwards, or the anesthesia was so heavy it made you ill, or any dizziness or anything like that came about after the surgeries. That's what they would have held me for. I didn't have to do that. Long story short, on that, they successfully removed the small lump, and then wanted to go back in just to make sure and take out some extra material where the lump was and some lymph nodes. Those came back. The tests from those things came back, and that was December 9th that I had the second surgery, and clear. Thing is, this is the aftercare part. Aftercare part meaning, let's make sure this doesn't come back. Radiation therapy, and I also have to take an oral medication for 5 years, and I actually just started taking that 2 days ago. Very small pills, 1 milligram, anastrozole, I believe. I don't want to walk away and go get it. I'm not that far from it, but I just want to continue, and I'll have the correct name in another video. And I have to also have, for the better part of a year, every 3 weeks, an infusion of, now this drug I definitely don't have on the top of my head, but I know it starts with the T, but there's another name for it. I believe it's called Herceptin. And I just had my first infusion, which was the one that was kind of playing with me mentally, because I just associate it with chemo, and regardless, it's still something that's supposed to be strong enough to kill the possibility of a cancer, no matter how big or small, keep it from coming back. And I had that Monday. So Monday was a long day for me. I thought I would have to do the infusion for 3 hours because somewhere I read that. However, my sitting was an hour and a half. And I was also given Benadryl in case I was allergic to the Herceptin. And I have no idea if I was or not. But I would say the funniest, weirdest part of it was I felt like my legs were not my own during when I was waking up. So the next time I go in, they'll try it without the Benadryl anyhow. And I also found out that the next one that I'll get in February, which will be 3 weeks from Monday, this past Monday, January 25th, it will be a 30-minute session. So I think they're playing with, and I don't mean to say the word playing, but they're trying the different amounts at different times just to see what my body can handle and what my reaction is from one appointment to the next. But I'm kind of surprised that it'll be a half an hour. The radiation, however, I had the same day. I happened to go over early and they took me earlier because the day my schedule was really stretched out. It was awkward. But everybody makes sure that you're comfortable and let you know what they're going to do just prior to. I feel like I sound like a pro at this point. I'm not a pro, but I'm a lot more comfortable than I was anticipating it happening because I had nothing to compare it to. So I believe that's for me. That's why I didn't come on and post anything the days that I said that I would, because I had to really work with my thoughts and my feelings around this and just strengthening myself from within. So I actually did do affirmations. They were just personal, like I said, not on the channel that day. But I feel fine. I am going to take other things outside of that, which I did ask, and I encourage anyone to, be your own hero in this, and let folks ask if it's okay to do, and let folks know what you're gonna do. And I was told, yeah, you can take anything that you're working with. For instance, one of the drugs, for instance, it may have an effect on. Gosh, come on, get your words together. It may have an effect on bones, your joints, in terms of weakening them. And so when I brought up the question of, is it okay to take anything apart from what you are administering or giving me? And I was told by one of the doctors, yeah, for instance, I'm going to prescribe you calcium and magnesium. I already have that, but I'll take this too. I already have the calcium, magnesium, and I have vitamin D. So, and then on her own, she said, for instance, I wouldn't have a problem with you taking omega-3. Fine. I was already doing that too. So in that sense, I feel a lot more individually empowered, if you will, to just go about taking care of myself to prevent any extra illness, downfall, fallout from doing something I've never done before. No, cancer shouldn't be in any of our bodies, but it bespeaks a whole lot of things. Maybe the way someone has eaten, and I don't know if folks think along those lines, but for me, it was, and a lot of women out there, the protein HER2 that's in our body, it happened to be positive in my body, and it was helping to feed that cancerous lump, even though it was small as a pea. What if I didn't go to have my mammogram done? So another encouragement, please just go get your test done, because you just never know. I'm not sitting around feeling sorry for myself or anything. For the most part, if anything, I usually just get a lot nervous and scared and sometimes frustrated at the things that I have to do now because of the cancer, but I also get sometimes frustrated with wondering, not knowing how I'm going to respond to things. And thus far, it's very early, but thus far, like for instance, the small anastrozole, I believe, it may cause nausea and vomiting. I haven't actually had that, although a drug to, I was given a prescription for a drug to help me if I am not nauseated or it's just the vomiting becomes extreme. I haven't had that. So if there are things that can be given for that, although I didn't ask for that particular one, there are things that I feel like I can do to continue to strengthen my health and my immune system in general. I kind of knew this was coming, so when I started the videos for the first time in December, that 31 days of just vlogging and just, like I said, finding my voice and putting out there my personal experience, some of the first videos were some of the supplements that I have in my cupboard. So I'm continuing to add to that. Spirulina has been great for me. It's always been great. Green foods have always been great. The amazing grass, green, super green food that I showed quite often on the channel before. I still have some of that, so I put that sometimes I'm in water, sometimes in juice, and I just shake it up and I drink it. I try to do it 3 times a day. Thus far, I'm okay, but I realize it's only 3 days now. I did have a radiation session today. Their machine was down for 2 days, so I'm making up for missing one of the days this Saturday. So the first day was 20 minutes on that machine. Today was 5. I was very surprised. And I just walked all the way there. It's about a 40-minute walk, and I walked back home. Those are my ways of marking my health. And I obviously want to be better and be at an optimum space. So now I have to figure out how to add in a workout that's not too strenuous, but not something that kind of babies me either. I want to actually be more toned and add a little bit more muscle. And I'm also trying to get a school schedule together. I don't think I'll be able to do a full-time schedule, but again, I'm going to do part-time like I did last semester. That ended in December. So I'm going to try that again. And actually, school starts tomorrow. The classes that I'm picking, though, don't have a Friday date. So I feel like I have a few more days to play with it. I just don't want to play too much because you can, end up having no class to go to because they're full. So I'm a little bit more energized and at peace with where I am. I do have my moments. I had it just before I went to my radiation appointment, but just being human, but have a lot of things to learn from those lessons that come along. Sometimes just sit in the moment, and for me, sit in the moment, take a deep breath, and figure out what your next move is. And I can only work on the stuff that I have control over, and that is how I think, words I speak, the supplements I take, how I choose to deal with any situation. Am I going to respond or react? Am I going to flip out? Am I going to talk it out with anyone, even if it's just myself? Like I said before, I've found that recording. I'm sorry if you hear water in the background. I have an arrow garden on the table, and the herbs are coming through. They're coming up, and it releases water little by little, I think. But I do see fruits from what we plant, the seeds we planted. I have an herbal garden, so there's some dill, basil, thyme, and parsley coming up. Anywho, yeah, work on the things you do have control over. You can do this, but please, women, get your mammograms done so that when they catch it sooner than later or bigger, or you just want to be on top of it, basically. That's all I'm saying. So I will keep everyone abreast, those who have been watching. Thank you, of what's been going on, and I'll try to get into a more set schedule of how I do these videos. But right now, I think it's just going to be reporting on what the day is like, or what the days are like, or what I'm up to, and if you're interested. So again, I appreciate for listening. It's good to be back. Yeah, it's good to be back. Take care.